Good afternoon. When I first joined P&G as a fresh graduate, a seasoned colleague shared two invaluable tips with me. First, for the next 2 years, you will still feel as a new hire. Second, building an extensive network within the company is essential. Being naturally outgoing, I wasn't intimidated by the idea of networking. However, I didn't fully understand why it was so important. That perspective shifted. As I encountered the reality of our data landscape, I quickly discovered that the data within the company is fragmented and isolated in silos scattered throughout the organization. At the time, there was no inventory to explore what data was being collected and available. There was also no standard technology for sharing data. People used to send data files via email or shared SaaS tokens to grant access to storage accounts. Without a standardized process, obtaining any type of data was a challenging endeavor. I was assigned to a project aimed at building data lake to facilitate company-wide data exchange. It was during this project that I truly understood my colleagues' advice. An extensive network is essential if you want to enhance your algorithms or dashboards with new data. You need to know the right people, or at least know someone who does, to get access to the data. That marked the beginning of P&G's data democratization journey. My name is Kinga Morawska, and I'm here today to share our experience managing Unity Catalog at scale. Our guiding principle was scaled governance. We managed to successfully build a data catalog, a repository of available data. Apart from that, we deployed company-wide process that could be applied to any type of the data. Lastly, we deployed a custom application for data transfer on top of Azure Web App. However, new challenges arose. Given the custom nature of the application, our clients were struggling to understand its specifics. Apart from that, we have unintentionally created numerous data copies within the company, complicating data governance further. Lastly, our clients were unable to filter data below the partition level, making data processing inefficient and costly. Finally, we reached a stage where we could truly establish a seamless data exchange capabilities for our clients. That breakthrough was made possible thanks to integrating Unity Catalog technology that eliminated redundant data copies and ensured scaled governance. Yet, we didn't stop there. To fully leverage the potential of Unity Catalog, we first needed to address a few missing elements. Initially, Unity Catalog didn't offer the level of governance over catalogs in external locations that met P&G's specific requirements. To address that, we leveraged Unity Catalog's objects hierarchy to centralize the provisioning and management of accounts, metastores, catalogs, and external locations. Thanks to that, we were able to enforce certain standards, such as Terraform-based infrastructure management and maintain consistent naming convention. We established 2 Databricks accounts. The production account with 2 metastores, one in primary region and another one in secondary region for disaster recovery. This setup with 2 metastores being in sync ensures the continuity of Unity Catalog metastore. Meanwhile, the non-production account serves as a secure environment for testing any new features without exposing real data. Thanks to that, we can innovate and refine our processes without unnecessary risk. We also chose to delegate the ownership and management of all objects below the catalog level, like schemas, tables, volumes, and so on, to our internal clients. While we provide guidance and best practices, for instance, naming schemas after medallion architecture layers such as bronze, silver, and gold, our clients have the autonomy to decide whether to adopt them or not. This division of responsibilities enhances our efficiency by preventing the central team from becoming a bottleneck while still maintaining effective governance. The next step was to refine our approach to catalogs. We identified two distinct data sets, each with unique governance needs. The first group consists of multi-purpose data that concerns many teams within the organization. To make these data sets easily detectable, we clearly mark those catalogs with the prefix DL, like data lake. Additionally, we grant all account users the use catalog permission to facilitate data exploration, allowing them to see all available catalogs, explore their descriptions, tags assigned, but further data access to schemas, tables, and so on requires additional permissions. For application-specific data, we also established distinct naming conventions. Application-specific data are marked with the prefix app, while AI experiments use AIE. As external locations are broadly used within our organization, we missed a clear linkage between catalogs and external locations. To address that, we established a naming convention that identifies the catalog supported by each external location and specifies data's physical location, providing the name of the storage account along with the name of the container. That strategy has proven beneficial, especially for disaster recovery, enabling us to efficiently bundle sets of catalogs and external locations and prioritizing their recovery. We are still actively partnering with Databricks to explore new opportunities for optimization in this area. Another challenge that we encountered while launching Unity Catalog was managing access requests efficiently at a large scale. That was actually the main incentive for us to start leveraging Terraform. All securable objects, along with permissions to those objects, are codified and stored in a repository. That allowed us to automate the process of granting access to the data. Terraform brings additional benefits. We are able to track changes, and in case catalog is accidentally deleted, we can recover it from the latest versions. Those features are not available if you are managing your securable objects via Databricks console alone. Terraform was just the beginning. We introduced an API that orchestrates changes made to Terraform. Thanks to that, we are able to enforce predefined set of permissions and validate the correctness of inputs provided by our clients. To further enhance user experience, we introduced a user interface that supports data democratization by enabling everyone within the company, not just IT-savvy users, to request access to the data, conduct their analysis, and drive insights. All that together creates a seamless experience for our clients. Our journey with access management doesn't stop there. We are looking forward for the upcoming feature called Approval Workflows that will simplify access request management with a single click. User will be able to select the catalog, choose an option Request Access, and the ticket will be automatically created and sent for the approval of a data publisher. Have you ever managed to delete the metastore, or has any of your colleagues accidentally deleted your resource? Okay, we have 2 people. Luckily, it didn't happen to me. But anyway, in January 2024, we set out to ensure that Unity Catalog adhered to PNG disaster recovery standards. Back then, there was no tool available on the market that would be able to do the copy of the metastore and recreate that in secondary region. Partnering with Databricks engineers, we developed Python scripts that monitors changes within objects and permissions in metastore in primary region, creates a snapshot of it, and based on that, creates resources, objects, in the metastore in secondary region. We are also prepared to support our clients with the recovery of their infrastructure using Terraform in the case of any type of a disaster. To create a seamless disaster recovery experience, we refined our restoration scripts to remap resources from primary region to their counterparts in a secondary region. So during restoration, we adjust the definition of external locations to point to newly created resources in the secondary region. We don't want to anymore refer to infrastructure in the primary region. While we, as a central team, handle the disaster recovery for the metastore and infrastructure, our internal clients can focus on deploying their code to the secondary region and doing regular data backups. This comprehensive strategy prepares us for both isolated resources failures as well as full regional outages. Looking ahead, we plan to pre-provision resources in the secondary region, but keep them in downsized idle state to reduce the cost, but at the same time speed up recovery processes. Looking ahead, we want to also enable the native disaster recovery solution for our clients. As we progress towards the serverless approach, we want to delegate the recovery of the metastore to Databricks. Let me wrap up today's session not by reiterating benefits of Unity Catalog, but by sharing few key takeaways from our experience managing it at scale. If you want to stay aligned with your organizational governance and security standards, consider centralizing certain aspects of Unity Catalog administration. At the same time, empowering your clients by decentralizing selected responsibilities can boost agility and drive productivity. Just be sure to provide clear guidance where needed. Before building any custom solution, take full advantage of tools and features already available within Databricks. Often a bit of customization can go a long way. Lastly, keep an eye on Databricks' roadmap and upcoming enhancements. Staying current will ensure you are getting the most out of what the platform has to offer. Thank you very much for joining us today. I wish you, your teams, and your clients great success on your journey towards streamlined and secure access management with Unity Catalog. I will be happy to take any questions or continue the discussion after the session. Thank you very much.